1 2 yo yo. Is the stream on? I do not know. It's been a while. Let's try Twitch. Twitch is not there. Where's Twitch at? I don't even know my login. YouTube should be up here. Give me some YouTube stream. Create, go live. I've not done this for, oh, maybe we're there. Oh. Okay, I think we're live. Tester there. Okay, I got my chat here. We're popping with the chat. Let me give you some code. Where's cursor at? There we are. Okay, we don't want that code. Got a few code bases. They're a bit big there, aren't we? Let's get about there. Open recent. There it is. Window capture. Okay, I'm just setting up cursor. You might not hear me. Where are you at, cursor? Oh, you're there. Beautiful. You don't want that. Wow. Let me get rid of that. Sweet. That can go there, maybe. There. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yep, and these are the things you normally do before you go on stream, but look at him, he don't care. It's been a while. By the way, where's the person that followed me in Costa Coffee? Say hello. Yeah, and these are the things you normally do before you go on stream. But look at him, he don't care. It's been a while. By the way, what we got there? Another code base. What's it got over there? What have we got? 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 What have AI tools now. AI is taking over. This isn't me making a game engine anymore. That's old tech. Is that too big or too small? Let's have a look. New update installing. We're installing a new update. Hello. I don't recognize your name. And I must tell you that this is the first time I've streamed in like 4 months. I don't even know what the buttons do. Let's see your videos. I'm just checking out your channel. You can see it. This is your channel. Hit subscribe. That's all I remember. I just tell everyone to hit subscribe. Let's see if this engine still works. Get that over there. I need to make my camera not as big. On the right. Let's get that cropped. Sweet. So you can see the line number. It is the first time I'm here as well. Welcome. Feel free to subscribe. Do you know what? So on YouTube, by the way, can you hear me okay? And is the music too loud or what's the deal? What does that number 1 mean? You got a crown. Top fans, 50 XP. I think that's because I'm now a YouTube partner. Yeah, that's what I was saying. When you get 500 subs, wait, you might have 500 subscribers, maybe, you know. But when you get 500, you become a partner. And then as soon as I got like 500, I just quit. I was traveling, so I never got to enjoy my partnership with YouTube. Where are you from? Let me hit like on the video. I see that you didn't. It's very bright in here. Too many studio lights. Kosti Antin. I don't know how to pronounce your name. But you're my top fans. Goal. What's goal? 10 super chats. What's this? Set a timer. 3 hours. Share how you celebrate. Buy coffees. Oops. Wait, is this me buying myself a coffee? Can hear you fine, but level varies depending on how loud you are trying to talk. That's the same with everybody. Yeah, no, I understand. Thank you. Okay, so when you get 500 subscribers, you can set, you will know this because you're watching our stream, but this is new to me. I don't want anyone to send me money. How do I change the goal? Can I stop it? Yes, remove goal. Okay, I don't mind putting 1 as a goal. Yeah, 5. Ming DW exotic. Yeah, actually, let's see if I can run the engine. Let's have a look what we've got. I need to, so if you use, I I've come from, so this is what was happening. I came from Visual Studio to VS Code because I wanted to integrate the AI stuff. So I just want to see if the engine's still running. As soon as I got it up and running, oh, show debug errors. No, what's going on? Wait, is it loading anyway? Is it loading? But yeah, I just don't know how to change the size of my text, the code, without it changing the size of everything else. What's my goal? My goal is to buy coffee. I'm begging. Okay, let's have a look. Let's try and run that again. Run without debugging. Show errors. So the last I tried to run this, it did run. And where are you based? What time is it? So it's 2 AM here. I'm in the UK. My consoles are not set up. I don't want 2 windows here. Just give me a terminal. New terminal. You can try to do so. It'll be enough for a long time, even without GPU support. What's WSL? But yeah, more. I'll take tips. Any tips? Okay, Control and L for chat. I might just be using the wrong debugger. Start debugging. CL is not recognized. Debug anyway. That's not going to work. Oh, there we are. There's Linux in your Windows. I don't know what you mean. But I've just been playing with Linux as well. And the Linux version I was using wasn't great with NVIDIA, so I reformatted and put another Linux on. I forgot now. Right, the engine's running anyway. Let me just show it on screen. Wow, I'm gonna have emotions. The last time I was streaming, I was in a war zone a few months ago. Let's make it a bit smaller. Windows Subsystem Linux. Oh wait, no wait. You mean WSL as an IDE, Windows Subsystem Linux, or I don't know what you're recommending it for. So you basically have Linux distro terminal without UI. Yeah, but I'm making an engine. So what would I use that for? I'm all ears. Okay, I need to, right, I'm gonna try this. Let's have a look. I need to make a note of some tweaks. So I've got here the fog turns on straight away. I want the fog switched off. It's rendered as black. Try it out. I released a web app over the last few days, but Google Ads blocked it. They thought I was phishing some data, which I wasn't. So I'm currently under appeal to get my app released by Google Ads. But I've had good times with Cursor. This is not Visual Studio, it's Cursor. So it's got all the AI integrated. Go through my code base and find the imgui fog variable and set it default turned off. Report back to me what file it is in, and I don't even know where that is. Start with engine.cpp but might be elsewhere. To-do list gives me, okay, what's the, we're coming back to animations. Let me untick animations, unstrike it through. Okay, it was an engine. Would you like me to change the default value from true to false to turn off? Yes, I just said that. When you use it, it's basically a port of Linux tools to Windows, so you can use them directly. It's like a very thin VM. I see you went with the debugger path. So was that when I was? So that's a Linux debugger. Is that what you're saying? So what it was, this was all incorporated. This was running nice in Visual Studio, and then I moved over to Code. And then I got a new hard drive, so I dual booted with Linux, and then I went through it again to boot with to compile and debug with Linux, and I had success, varied success, and then I came back to Windows. So that's lingering from Linux. I think that's what you're saying. I think that's what they are saying. Yes, I do want you to change it. Right. Thanks for that as well. So it seems that I'm able to build and run, but just not having the full debug set up. Let's get that, let's get that, let's get that. Yes. Do what I asked you to do. I appreciate that. Wow, 3 people watching me. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's been a while. If you've been here before, say hi. I should have changed my goal, so the goal, what's it called? I don't even know what the system's called. I created a goal anyway, and the goal was so I can buy coffees, but I should have put feed the kids. I don't have any kids. I'll feed your kids. Review next file. Okay, so enable, oh wait, is there 2 variables? Enable fog. Okay, enable fog. So the fog will not be on when we start. Let's run, start debugging, and I'm going to fix that debug error. Okay, show errors. Why does it show there? This is the error when we build. Check the launch. Oh, it was a launch JSON, right? Is it because I've got 2 launch files? You see this here, and I guess one's in the wrong folder. It should be in the parent, which is that one, is it? What about debugging CL? think we're loading. Yeah, thanks for that. I appreciate that. I think it is, yeah. So in the root, there's an invisible .vs Code folder. So that's the one it will go with. That was some drama, and that was some learning curves I had with Linux. I forget a lot as well when I move systems. But is that started off with... Why is it started with the fog on? What a loser. Engine.main. Oh, that's interesting. Already I'm excited because it should work and it doesn't. Okay, that didn't fix it. Is there another? Actually, we'll do this one ourselves. Engine.cpp. We've got to do something. Enable fog. Yeah, so it's the right variable. So it's not. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. My whole game is gonna. There's not gonna be a UI for the game. Actually, there's quite a lot of windows. They're mostly hidden, and there's a lot of UI rather. So I guess it didn't rebuild. Okay, it didn't fix it. Can you rebuild? Also, the launch.json might be bad. I feel like we need a movie here. Maybe an old one that's not copyrighted. Starting terminal. Yeah, that's a big not recognized. This means you're not in the Visual Studio environment. Let me check your JSON and fix it. What does mean that? Is that the right folder? Yeah, it is. Put of CL. And what did it do? Okay, so now this is cursor. So I pay, I think, £30 for this, or £20. It's not available. You need to from your start menu. Ah, that's true. Okay, so I need to relaunch this. So what I'm going to do. Actually, what happened was so I'm in the console now, but I wasn't in the right folder. So when I launched Cursor, I didn't have the right tools in the environment. So once I launched Cursor, I just found the file manually, and I forgot that I didn't set up the environment. That should work. We're back on your screen. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I say that should work, but actually I think it will work. Famous last words. But the last time I was using this last week, it was working fine. A few little errors. Oh, nice. Spoke too soon. Why would I do that on live stream? Unable to start debugging launcher. That's probably because of the changes it just made, to be honest. Can I revert? Restore checkpoint. Oh, so that actually works. I don't know if that's going to fix it. But you can go back. I've never restored a checkpoint. I wish I knew that. Okay, so it has booted up first time on the settings that I had. So it was just the environment. I don't want it to start fixing things that aren't broke. It's nice that you can see my engine here as well. You know, everyone who's got half an engine, they call it their engine. Engines that aren't finished. Okay, so let's see if it got rid of the fog. Yeah, so the fog's turned off, so it did rebuild. We've got a nice reflection there. And the mouse is not working right. I think we're underneath the world. Okay, some sunlight. What can I do? A triangle. A two-dimensional triangle. It's funny because when I started this 18 months ago, you know what, we wasn't really using ChatGPT, and then maybe the last 3 months of the project last year I was happily, and then this is my first time streaming, I think, with Cursor. Okay, so what did I need to do? Some octaves in the land. There we go. Oh, I didn't like that. I pressed shift. Was that a crash? Yeah. Don't know why. Yeah, so I went through learnopengl.com like a year and a half ago. I was making an MMO in 2D, so I was coding, it was just C++ and SFML, the 2D library. Yeah, I know what you mean. It depends what the goal is, I think. Why do you get #1 fan status? Is that because you're the only one here, so you've spoke most in this chat? I need to fix my logo for the stream as well. Video go live, is that in here somewhere? Yeah, I don't even remember how to do that. Oh, I remember, you hit the edit button here. Thumbnail. File of the thumbnail is too big. By the way, I've never done this. I've never just made a thumbnail on stream. Or a title. And we'll save it in downloads. But if I can stream for a few hours, it's worthwhile. First time streaming again in... Do you know what? It's been 5 months because when I was away for 3 months and I only streamed once then, and I've not counted the last 2 months I've been home. Yeah, that would do. Vibe coding with Cursor. Game engine vibe coding with Cursor. The hashtag's still relevant. I'm not sure. I know they're not on X. Sweet, yeah, I appreciate that. Changes saved. Right, we got a thumbnail now, we're popping. Hit like, help the algorithm. So why does this window come up here? You see, I'm getting this debug tool at the top, which I never get that there. And also, it doesn't give me anything really. I want it here, I guess. I just don't want it at debug console. Okay, I can go terminal, new terminal. This red one here, what happens if I close that? Kill terminal. Okay. Okay, so now we've got one. And can I end that task? So is this to switch between debuggers, like live? Debug anyway. So I've been using this for the last 8 days to, it was like literally vibe coding. I made a Visa application website and then I ran it with Google Ads. But yeah, Google shut it down. Their bot interpreted as phishing, so I've just appealed that. Okay. So I knew I wouldn't stream if I'd just set up first, so that's why a lot of the text at the bottom is not relevant anymore. We finally made 500 plus subscribers. Officially a YouTube partner. That celebration is 5 months old, 5 months late. Please no scaling tool. So what's your animate? Did not realize it was cursor. It's almost, yeah. So it's a branch off of VS Code. I'm guessing you know that. So it's basically his VS Code, and then they've just incorporated AI animations. Nightmare. Animations. Stress. Current. How did you find the channel, by the way? I guess just the algorithm. I just hit stream and I thought it would. I didn't think anyone would come for an hour or two. I think just getting set up, and then animations was something I got stuck on whilst traveling, and I just want a good environment for work. So I'm just going to look at the animation system and probably get ready to fix it tomorrow. Was it recommendations from the video you was watching and then it just came like as the next video, or it was you clicked it isolated? Actually, I have some memory leaks. I'm gonna see how Cursor can deal with those. Let's have a look. I don't know where my assets are anymore. Here, I think. And then maybe here. Maybe here. I have a cottage. I think that's it. Sort of. Your likings are not very common. You mean so it don't recommend more? Where are my assets? Bugatti. So what are you currently working on yourself? And what are the pet projects? I really need to buy a PC. The laptop's nice, but if I put it in fast mode, probably the fan will be loud. But I just love laptops. Yeah, actually it's just a regular cottage, so I don't know what I think when I downloaded it, I deleted some of the scene and I've loaded up the original one. Let me put the laptop on powerful mode. Tell me if I become too quiet because I've adjusted the mic. Yeah, it's just gonna blow up, the laptop is. What did I load? Yeah, it's still loading apparently. It's an iPolygon Bugatti, but when I load it from the correct place, you can load 100. Frustum. Is Frustum a game? Or Frustum as in like 3D graphics? Yeah. Web GPU. Tell me more. Okay, that's just, I think that's a crash anyway. Let's reload. Like the laptop's pretty nice, so nothing takes that long. I've got backache from the gym this week. I'm not ready for a chair and a good posture. a 4-hour sitting down. What was the Java OpenGL that Fin Matrix taught about? Java, like might be like lightweight Java, something. Okay, let's see where everything is. Cottage. What else was there? Trees. Yeah, apparently I'm in the right folder. Apparently. I've got a lot of OBJ files, but a lot of them are the C++ units. I don't know how they've got mixed up. But it's not making for good TV anyway. Oh, maybe these are them here. I think. Yes and no. Yeah, thank you. Good to have you around. My first little stream. Good night. You're obviously going to miss all the best bits now. Take my array off. Where's my array casting there? Yeah, I thought maybe you meant good luck and good night. Good night. Get rid of the water. So why is that all black? Might be to do with the model. Let's try a different model. Yeah, I think that's... Edit terrain. Does that still work? Wow, my tool to edit the terrain still works. Change the size of the brush. Square brush, and I think terrain higher, turn the tool off, and then it works. So that's another thing to note. I need to fix the texture in. Fix texture in on edited terrain. What's that? Is it tessellation or something? Tessellation shader. I used to have a tool that allows you to go back and forth through the changes. So those changes I just did. Here, terrain history. There we go. Still works. And you can also save it. Terrain controls, blah blah. Yeah, save terrain there. Start a new one. Load the most recent terrain. Create a new one. Hide the terrain. Okay, so it loaded this. And those lights as well. Add some lights to the scene. They're not interacting though. The lights normally interact with the model. This is the gizmo for... The gizmo? Nope. So one of the lights, these are the lights here. And you can... There you go, that was a frozen light. But now I've made them all orbit. So it might crash if I open another model. That was one of the problems I was having. And I'm going to get cursor to look at that. Let's try this cottage on my desktop. Yeah, we got a nice crash there. Pause on exception. Continue. Have I got any debug information? That's not good. Sweet. I need to work out how to use all these YouTube tools. Engage with your audience, start a poll, answer your questions live. Okay, let's talk to cursor. That's what we're here to test. When I use IMGUI load model, it sometimes crashes loading a OBJ file. First, what I need to do, I'm just going to load the engine up again. I have two file open model systems, and I need to make sure it's the right one. I had an old one. I didn't delete it. I just wanted to leave it in for learning, really. Okay, it's loading. That was a linker error, but it built. I don't know if anybody saw that. Open/load model. Its button title is go through all associated code and fix memory leaks, etc. etc. Be careful not to ruin global variables. Change if necessary, but keep it functional. Okay, so if you're just joining and you was here 6 months ago, I've moved the code over, the code base over to Cursor from Visual Studio. So we've got AI and ChatGPT and Grok all incorporated. Issues found, multiple importer declarations, yes. there are conflicts in import variables. That might be the other one that I didn't use anymore, so that might not be relevant. Memory leaks is open but never closed. That's going to be it, because it's always when I open the next file. But I don't know if that's what I'm using. I think it is, because it's the Windows. Can I control and click? Where is it used? I can't see it there. Unsafe string handling without proper bounds checking, global variable conflicts, multiple. No error handling for file operations. Potential null pointers. Let's have a look. Top fans. What does top fans give me? 75 XP. You're leveled. Somebody say hi, because I want to have not just one person in the leaderboard. Subscribe, press like. Keep me motivated to come back. It's been 5 months away. Now I can see the issues. Okay. Now I need to fix the conflict and import declarations in the main function. Let me check the main function and clean up the importer issues. This could get messy, because it's going to get carried away and fix things that aren't related to this. I know it. Now let me check if there are any memory management issues. Yes, there will be. I'm the king of memory issues. Because this old game engine started on me making a triangle. And I just went and went. So that's where we are. I need to sit up straight. I've got a bad back from exercise. Ironically. Oh, that's nice, because I've got some. One of my animation is not working right when it's interpolating between frames, so maybe it's found something. I wonder. So you can see here where the mouse is. Can you see the mouse? Where it says auto under where I'm typing. It's automatically choosing ChatGPT or Grok or Claude. And I just wonder which one it's using, because this is some good responses. Okay. This seems very confident. I'm not so confident. But I was basically stuck on some animation issues, and the code base was quite unmanageable, because I've never done animation before. And that was the main reason I brought it over to Cursor, to fix the animation. It's always good to fix it yourself and learn, but when you've been stuck on it for 2 weeks, either start it again and probably the error will disappear, because you just overlook it. You lose the ability to see your code sometimes. Oh wait, did I put them changes in? I didn't accept one of the changes. I will rerun that. Let's go into fast mode. Help us out a minute. Also, I need to check if I'm streaming somewhere that I don't know. Restream.io. Let's have a look. No, I don't want to start another instance. Continue with Google. I don't normally stream with this. I normally just do it manually. Yeah, apparently I'm streaming on Twitch. Shout out to the Twitch support that I didn't know it was there. I'm sorry. I forgot my login. I can probably join the chat as a browser, but I might be by myself. And Kick as a new system. Let me just log into Kick and get that set up. Because I used to stream on all three. Allow access. many channels. Okay, we're streaming anyway. Pause on exception. Has it broke my code? Or is it just loading? Oh, don't give me an IMGUI error. What was the last thing it changed? Continue. Nice. Let's try a run without debugging. I think it's created a bug. So the bug is the IMGUI begin and end. So the Windows, the code for the Windows of the user interface wasn't right. Has it crashed again in the same place, or is it made it through? Okay. Let's paste the bug in. So for the record, it's 3 AM here, and I've not really planned this stream, but I just needed to get on because I haven't streamed in a long time. So here we are. So this is the error, by the way. And it's for every window on IMGUI, you call the begin and then the end, and there has to obviously be a begin and an end for each one. I don't know if they was matched anyway. Sometimes IMGUI errors aren't caught in the debugger, or if it was working a minute ago, so I don't. Okay, so this is ChatGPT, by the way, because you can see how it's thinking. It's probably 5, the new one. I don't think it's going to fix this because I've got probably more than 60 windows and it's quite messy to follow. I'll be shocked if that fixes it. I tried before. The issue is that there are some begin calls that don't have matching end calls, or there are extra end calls. Let me also check. Okay, so it claims it's fixing it. Yeah, you can see it right in the code, which is nice. If I just zoom in a little. Just rewriting all of that. Really? This is how people's code bases get destroyed, I've got to be honest.
This world has room for everyone. Good Earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful.
I think there's a fast mode for ChatGPT 5, which I will put on instead of auto. Give it your usage limit. Oh, interesting. £20 included. Plus 17 bonus. So why is it still going? So just as a review of Cursor, Cursor said yesterday I'm due to hit my limit on the 21st. Hey, which is like 2 weeks away. But it might be the limit on ChatGPT or just one of them. By the way, when somebody says hi, you get a little review on the channel. Oh, I like the cat photo. Hit subscribe to you. What is going on the right side? You mean here? So this is Cursor, which is like Visual VS Code, but it's got some AI built in. So it's basically, it's doing a lot of the heavy lifting, it's doing the code. So I told it there's a bug, and now it's, as you can see, it's basically ChatGPT if you've used it before going through the code, or one of the AIs. So it claims it's fixing bugs. So this is the whole point of the stream, just to see how good it is. And it's suggesting things to do. But it's found that many errors and getting carried away. I know it's not that good to keep these all in sync. But if it is, we're happy, we welcome it. I hope I'm wrong. And normally I would be going through this, by the way, but there's just so much. So that's from earlier. Give it your usage limit. I think that's for, so when ChatGPT 5 came out yesterday, and I came onto Cursor, it said it was free for people that pay for Cursor. Yeah, you see here, no, context usage. Okay, let's have a look. See if that runs. Where are you calling from? Kadzuha? Kadzuha? Kadzuha. What version am I on? Well, this code's I started a few years ago, but I'm a newbie anyway, so probably you're right. I'm not sure, it should say at the corner. $19 maybe. Let's have a look. We'll have a look shortly. Did that load? That loaded. Did that load? That's pretty amazing. Should I see if the engine still works? Okay, tell me about modules briefly. Okay, so the engine loaded. The main tip I would say is obviously subscribe. No, find people to encourage you and keep you going, which is why channels are good. But sometimes when you're on a channel, you get the feeling that you're coding, and so you can be distracted as well. But the main advice I would give is what I say to people in the gym. People try to give you all this advice, do this, do that. The only advice I give is just be consistent, just don't quit, and everything else will come. So yeah, like I learned through some online tutorials, YouTube and Udemy. I'll type it. It was the number one. Okay, let's see if things load. Is that a crash? Because that loaded last time. Pause on exception. Unknown, just-in-time compiled code. I don't know how to use the debugger here, I'll be honest. Yeah, I see. That's interesting. And does that come in a new version of C++? Is that what you mean? A lot of the old heads won't like some of the new C++ stuff. But I like to be fair, I probably need to change language at this point. If I want to stay modern, I think just leave C++. I just learnt it a few years ago as my first language, just because I know it was not the easiest. And then everything else will be a bit easier. Okay, let me tell you. I'm going to try and load one more model. See if I can get an error message. Turns out you're the number 2 fan. Oh no, actually you joined first. Oh no, you gone to number 1. When you type something else, you'll become number 1. How does that happen? The other guy or lady said more than you did. I've never seen this feature. It's just because I crossed 500 subscribers, I think. Let's load Angel Wings. Will that crash? Yeah, so now everything is not loading images. How do I... Maybe you guys don't know this, but how do I make my .xc console I made in Visual Studio, report to the terminal rather than a separate separate console window, because when my XC crashes I can't see the text anymore, it closes. I want it embedded. By the way, because you're just joining, I wasn't planning. I haven't planned this stream out. I've been away for 5 months, so I just wanted to kind of. Subsystem Windows, interesting. Wait, really? C++ 20 with the looks of it. Yeah, for games, C++ is, from what I know, is the best. I think it's just good to not be afraid to move on or to try new things. Okay, so what's it done here? Change subsystem. Okay. And so it's just done that, right? What did it change? Subsystem to Windows. Add the Windows. So what did it just do? Did it do it for me? Yeah, this is why, like, I've just I coded a web application over the last week. I didn't stream it, and it was good fun, but that was for like that was a project. But I miss doing this. Okay, looks like my Windows. Oh, it's gonna crash into. Yeah, close the console. I don't think it understood my question. What I want is the console to be embedded in the terminal here within the within the cursor environment, not a separate window, or at the very least both. Yeah, see, that would have been easy. Okay, external console. So I knew I was using the external, but I didn't know false would give it an internal one. Oh, yeah, we didn't need that. We've already got one. And this is the tasks. Run OpenGL shell. That should be simple enough. There's no need to check everything, not just for a console. Failed to save. Retry. Is it because it's using it? Resource busy, yeah. So when I first started coding, I wanted to learn everything, the maths of the engine and so on. And you might have the ability to learn everything, but you might not have the time. And so you just have to make them decisions. Or you can get stuck writing some physics code for a year. And for me, it's not worth it. Okay, let's see if we've got the console. Yeah, we have. I don't know if the window's full because it's not writing more than it should be. But but this is now straight from the engine. Oh, did it crash? Why did it crash? I didn't do anything. But the beauty is, that's on the text, I think. At least we can see the error still. I'm just going to make the engine first, maybe for another 6 months, and then I will make like a real-time strategy game. No, not real-time strategy, like a civilization builder where you're the creator and you make a society in an ancient time. Okay, let's see if we can duplicate that crash and get it tidied up. I don't want to press anything because last time it just crashed when I didn't. It's not crashing, which is not helpful. Let's go full screen, maybe it will crash. On your screen, not on mine, but I think you can see the code at the bottom of the engine. You can see the text in the black box right here, which is good. We've got a live output. Okay. So I'm just opening a file. Let's go for the wings again. And yeah, it crashed. But we still have the text now. Got paused on exception. And I'm just going to give a screenshot. You'll be able to see in a second. So I've copied the error message from here. And there was a call stack here that I copied as well, which was in this image. I am glad that I didn't learn to code today when ChatGPT had been out for 2 years. I'm glad that I don't know, 2 years coding before that, or maybe 3. Because it's just going to be easier to cheat, or you learn slower, but you just got to be disciplined. I can see the debugger call stack and terminal output has created an exception. The shader validation I added is caused. So yeah, this AI broke the code. There was already some bugs, but not this one. The problem is that the shader validation code I added is causing conflicts with the existing shader management system. The application is trying to use multiple shader programs at the same time, and the validation is interfering. Let me fix this by removing the problematic and implement it. Now let me also remove the excessive error checking that's causing a spam of error messages. Yep. The problem is that the model loader is creating a new shader program, but this is happening in a context where the OpenGL state might not be properly set up, or there might be conflicts with the existing programs. Let me also check if there are any issues with the shader file paths. That's a potential bug, but it's not really a bug, because I know the shaders are there. Yeah, the shader exists. See, because I know how shaders work somewhat, I know when it's wrong. Yeah, it's true. Like, for example, if I want to create some IMG UI windows, I'm not typing that code ever again. I will just tell it to do it, and I think that's great. What would be interesting is if it fixes some of these. It's the first time I've really used it in the application, just to implement a totally new feature in the engine and just watch it do it. And that will have limits on what you can do, but there'll be some usefulness as well. Okay, what it tells me is irrelevant. I'm just going to press run, and then if it works or it doesn't, we can see what it said. By the way, somebody hit subscribe. Make me feel better. Oh, somebody did. Shout out. Debug anyway. I've got my main screen here. You can't see it. On camera there's a laptop and then there's a screen. I'll put the engine on there. That's better. Over here. Okay, I'm just trying to load the model. You won't see the Windows component. Is that pause on exception again? Interesting. So now I'm copying the error. I'll bring you through so you can see in a minute. What's the previous ones? So I've got the call stack and I've sent a picture of it. Here we are. It seems to be trying to fix too much. It's like changing 200 lines of code. Look, it says every time I can see the issue and it gets excited, so then you think it's fixed it. Also, if it was missing a brace, it shouldn't even run. Also, it's fixing a lot of errors it claims with loading bones, but this doesn't have any animation data, so it's not relevant. Some of it will be, but that's not. Let's add in some error checking. Yeah, what are you working on at the minute? Okay, I think it's ready. Run. Sorry, I didn't see your question. To have a PC, what kind of laptop to buy? For $500, I would get a PC if possible. Just the best you can get with your money. If you go to reddit.com, and there'll be a Reddit group like recommend a PC or laptop. But it'll be more powerful if you get a PC. And if you can't spend as much as you would like to, you could start coding with 2D games because you'll learn everything anyway. Like the code is quite similar. Or drop an email to Mr. Beast. Okay, let's try and load. Okay, so it told us where we got the error this time. So, if I close that. So what we got here, the error was here. Async could not load the model from. So let's try. It tells you where it crashed basically. It's error catching. So it should that will really help to fix the bug, or at least to know what's wrong with it. Shout out the new subscriber. That's 2. So yeah, I haven't coded for 5 months. As soon as I hit the 500 target for YouTube, and then I became a partner, like I just got so busy with stuff. So it's my first time back. It's quite slow, right? Using terminal selections. I've just changed the model to the GPT-5 Plus fast. Okay, and it's working again. If anyone's got any, so I'm using Cursor. If anyone's got any tips on just the interface, I'm quite new to it. I've only used it for like, I don't know, 2 weeks. Okay, let's see what it's done. Wait, did it just do all that? No, it didn't. It's still thinking. Okay. The issue here really is that it's trying to fix the model loader, but now it won't load any model at all. So it is worse than before. But if it fixes this, it might have fixed everything. "3:30 a.m. I should go to bed in 10 minutes, maybe 5. So this right in here that's all grey, this is its thinking process. So that's like the white stuff is the final answer. It's trying to fix the other error as well that's not really important. Just a little warning. Excuse me. Okay, I need to stop this because when I change to ChatGPT 5 fast, it doesn't understand what we're trying to fix. So I need to tell it, given this error, it was here. So it's trying to work out what error this is in model loader. In model loader, you added these checks, and when we load the model, it crashes here. This is the main bug of focus. So that was messy. When I changed from auto to GPT-5 fast, I could see in the thinking it says that the user hasn't specified what's wrong. Okay, so slow. I wonder if it's because it thinks I hit my limit. Let me just check that. Oh, here we go. Fix the errors related to the model loading. I don't think that's related to the uniform errors. It's getting a bit too ambitious. In the meantime, I'm going to load up cursor and check if I've used my limit. It told me I had 2 weeks left. Let's have a look. Usage. During the promotional release, ChatGPT 5 usage does not count towards your limits. No, like it says from like 1 minute ago, it was all included in the cost, GPT 5. I think we're okay. Bedtime for me in 2 minutes. I just want to try and compile this, but it's so slow. By the way, all of the AI stuff is done on the cloud, so it's not your computer that's going slow either. Anybody from the States or the Middle East, Russia? So I'll stream again tomorrow. It'll be a few hours earlier than this, maybe like 5 hours earlier. But I'll stream longer and have a bit more of a goal. Okay, what it's suggested that it's fixed sounds to me like that is the problem, but I don't know if it's going to fix it, but I remember this problem from last year, actually. Which I fixed it last year. The problem then became once I loaded so many models, I would get some crashes. Okay, let's have a look. By the way, I can see there's like 15 of you connected. If you want to hit subscribe for tomorrow. And there's a free beer tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to see if it will load the image, the model. Let's pause on exception in the same location. Let's see if I can fix it. What did it change here before? Okay, it's crashed in the try catch again. And I don't know why. I think it's deleted some stuff at the back end. Okay, good night everyone. It was good to just jam. First time in a while. Sleep well. And good night. How do I log off this thing? It's been a while. Here we go. OBS. Stop.